This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Alright, Against the Odds time. Seeing how many Jaces we can make in Standard. And we'll keep this. I mean, this hand has a lot of action in it. So Drowned Catacombs, go. We would like one more land at some point, but 4 is for our opponent. And Commune with Dinosaurs. That should be interesting. And passes. There's a land. Well, play Concealed Courtyard, get out Hidden Stockpile, pass the turn, Rootbound Crag for our opponent, and the Huntmaster, and a Plains. So kill Huntmaster, play Legion's Landing, play the Plains, play Legion's Landing, which also triggers Revolt, and maybe sets us up for transforming next turn. Death Gorge Scavenger. Yeah? We are actually set up to transform, which is pretty sweet. Opponent passes. Well, attack with everything. Transform into Adonto. Opponent blocks. So let's sack. Land to the bottom. Play a swamp. Play Renegade Map. Pass the turn. Get a servo for chumping if need be. And then we're set to get down Jace next turn. Opponent goes attacking. Yeah, we'll take it. We could use Anointed Procession. Down to 17. And Ripjaw Raptor. That is big. Anointer Priest. Well, crack the map. Grab an island. Play the island. Play Anointer Priest. And pass the turn. Get a servo, gain a life. We need to be able to kill the Ripjaws before we go crazy with our Jaces. Opponent has Glorybringer. See how they attack. Attacks, and exerts. Exiles Legion's Landing. Exerts on Anointer Priest. So let's just make a lifelinker. Gain a life. Kill Ripjaw Raptor. Opponent does get to draw, but we get rid of it. Yup. Opponent passes. Evolving Wilds. So I guess we can Jace. Loot with Jace. Yeah, let's do that. Jace. Take up Jace. Loot with Jace. Discard Renegade Map. Play Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. Get a Plains, I guess. Pass the turn. Get a servo. Land for our opponent. Wow. Alright. Burning Sun's Avatar. We do need to find a Wrath. Sack our servo. Is cast out enough? I actually don't think it is. Cast out to the bottom. That was unexpected. Hits Jace. Attacks Jace. So Jace dies, and they get rid of Anointer Priest. Whew. Well, come on, Fumigate for the win, essentially. Sack our servo. I don't know if Scarab God's good enough. I guess we block Servo Chump. Maybe it's good enough. I think we just gotta try to get a Wrath. I think that's it. Huh. We have 2 Scarab Gods in this deck. Exactly 2. And we scryed one to the bottom and then drew the second one. Interesting. Register Alpha for our opponent. Does this mean we are just literally dead? Goes to combat. Attacks. Exerts. Kills our servo. So sack servo. Land definitely to the bottom. Exiles our Jace. 6, 10, 13. So we have to chump here. And we just gotta hope we literally just peel Fumigate off the top. And we scry that to the bottom. Huh. That's happening a lot. That was at least 2 draws in a row where we scried a card to the bottom and drew the exact same card. Huh. Bring in Settle the Wreckage. Bring in Fumigate. Go down. Why don't we go down? Maybe a Fatal Push. Maybe 1 Scarab God? Try it like that. Alright, we're on the play. And okay, we have our Anointed Procession. We also have a Fumigate. We do have to get to it, but Concealed Courtyard and Renegade Map. Pass the turn. Leads on a tap land. We draw a Swamp. We'll play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. And there's a Huntmaster. Now crack Evolving Wilds. Grab an island. Opponent passes. Let's just Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. There's a forest for our opponent. There's a hasty Ripjaw Raptor. And, yup, hits us for 4. Yeah, we take it. Down to 16. Play a Swamp. Play Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. Hope that this Fumigate is enough. Another land for our opponent. Death Gorge, Scavenger. Alright, that dies to Fumigate. Opponent gives it haste. Hits us for 8. Yep, down to 8. And Drover. Okay, so this is fine. We played around Catacomb, and we just fumigate away our opponent's annoying board. Pass the turn. Now next turn we get to start making tokens or cast outing things. So I think we might be in pretty okay shape now. Just kidding. It's a Regisar Alpha. So somewhat worse shape. Opponent gets in for 3. Well, we take it, untap, crack the map, get a Plains, play the Plains, play a Noiner Priest, pass the turn. I think we wait one more turn on Fumigate, because what we're worried about is Carnage Tyrant this turn, and then us not having a way to deal with it. Alright, Glorybringer. And let's cast out Glorybringer. Opponent attacks. So we'll chump with a Noiner Priest, down to 6. Draw a land. Well, play the island, embalm a Noiner Priest, gain 4. Play Jace, make some Phantasmal Bears, gain 4. Alright, Jace doing a bit of work. Up to 14. Still have a Fumigate in hand. Opponent attacks Jace. Well, we will just double block the Alpha with the Jace tokens. Tap land for our opponent. And Ronas the Indomitable. And Huntmaster. Opponent's out of cards. Take up Jace. Play Evolving Wilds. Yeah, I think we gotta Fumigate and hope our opponent doesn't draw a creature to attack with Ronas. Alright, opponent draws a land. Means no Ronas attacks. I think we leave Evolving Wilds. Alright, well, take up Jace. Pass the turn. Settle the Wreckage is not a bad draw. That means Jace doesn't just die to Ronas. Alright, opponent draws a land and passes. Ooh, run out a Noiner Priest. Take up Jace. We're going ultimate. We're going for the ultimate. We got to. We got to go for the gold. Oh man, it would be so sweet. Opponent. Land! Oh my goodness, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, I think. Oh, and a hidden stockpile. Take up Jace. Get in with a Noiner Priest for some loot action. We're one turn away. We're one turn away. Discard the land. Play hidden stockpile. Crack Evolving Wilds to trigger Revolt. Grab a swamp, doesn't really matter. Here comes the tokens, doubles up, gains us a couple life, up to 20, pass the turn. Next turn we do it! We got the Jace, I mean, we got a little fortunate that our opponent drew a million lands in a row, but finds a Regisar Alpha, plays a Regisar Alpha. Oh man, they're going to be very disappointed when we settle their wreckage. Oh, and then they're going to scoop and we don't get to see it. Yes, well, we got to do it. Settle your wreckage. No scoops. We got a Jace. Oh, it's gonna be so sweet. No scoops. Opponent passes. So we ultimate Jace. Make 4 Jaces. Tick down Jace. Make 2 illusions. Tick down Jace. And we'll make 2 more illusions. Tick down Jace. And then they scoop. Yes. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, that was pretty excellent. Okay. Well, no removal, but we have our combo with a Noiner Priest. So hopefully we can just slow down the game long enough to find our removal. Let's just Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Opponent, Forest, and Drover. Well, crack Evolving Wilds, grab a Plains, play Concealed Courtyard, get down our Hidden Stockpile, pass the turn. See what big bad thing our opponent has. Huntmaster. Yikes. That is a lot of ramp. Lots and lots. Drover the Mighty. Good God. Something scary is going to happen next turn. Get a Jace. So play a Noiner Priest. Play Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. Get an island. Pass the turn. Get a token. Hooray. Oh, come on. No big dinos. That's a big dino. Gives it haste. Plays a tap land. Hits us for about $1 billion. Well, we'll chump with 1, I guess. Opponent passes. Down to 14. Fumigate. Oh, can we live long enough? Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. Get a Plains. Pass the turn. Hope that our chumping keeps us alive and we fumigate. Commune with dinosaurs. Gets. Oh man, this is going to be close. Ripjaw Raptor. There's Ripjaw Raptor. Gives a haste. Here comes the huge attack. Chump. and then we just sack to scry. Sack Anointer Priest. I think we just keep another Fumigate. 2 Fumigates seems reasonable. Sack the Servo. Take a bit, down to 9. But then, Drown Catacombs and Fumigate. Get rid of a lot of scary stuff. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. And Aronas, the Indomitable Bull. Yeah, I think we just pass and get rid of Aronas. There's a Glorybringer. Well, let's cast out. Alright, let's get Glorybringer. A little risky. Opponent passes. More hidden stockpiles. Well, play Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. No whammies. Cycles. Land. Whew. Passes. Drown Catacombs. Play hidden stockpile. Play Jace. Make some illusions. Sack an illusion for scrying and servos. Oh, it's only spells. Ronas does not actually kill it. So now we get 4 servos. And things are looking up. And our opponent scoops it up. Jace's. We got our Jace value. Took down the win. Sweet. Yep. Alright. Against the odds time. Playing some Jace attack. How many Jaces can we make in standard? Well, that's Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Ooh, Sunscorched Desert. Okay. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Plains. Opponent gets in with the Bonded Courier. Down to 19, down to 18. We draw. Angel Fortress. I'll play Drown Catacombs. There's a mountain. And carries Ev. Well, hopefully we draw removal. Opponent hits us. Another card under Bombette Courier. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We have lots of life gain, but this hand is super slow. Opponent gets in for 4, down to 13. I'm not even sure Cast Out can save us. Hopefully our opponent has nothing. Or Robin on Bruins. And passes. Well, Fumigate is helpful. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. We probably got to kill this Karizev, but then we lose to Hazaret. Another Bombette Courier. Alright. I don't like doing this, but I think we have to. Get rid of Karizev. Take 2. Yup. Down to 11. Opponent passes. Well, I think we're just going to Scarab God. We can Fumigate, but then they just sack both of their Bombette Couriers. Definitely expecting Hazaret. Sunscorched Desert. Braids. Lightning Strikes. Ugh. This lets them get Bombette Courier value. Draw 5? Ugh. Opponent gets in. Yup. Down to 8. Sacks the Bombette Courier. Many cards in hand. So we get back Scarab God, which is good. But we're probably just dead. Well, play Glacial Fortress. I guess we do this. Play Anointed Procession. Play Legion's Landing. Double up. Another Sunscorched Desert. Down to 7. Yeah, we're dead to all kinds of things. Earthshaker Kenra. Yup. Opponent attacks. Gets a card with Bombette Courier. Well, we'll block. Stay at 7. Soulscar Mage. Come on, keep playing creatures. Opponent passes. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Mountain. Come on, Hazaret. That's what we want to see here, is our opponent go on the Hazaret plan. Abrades. Well, we're somehow not literally dead. Oh, yes, there it is. Wow. Is there a chance we steal this? Opponent attacks. They do get to draw with Bombette Courier. Well, let's settle the wreckage. If we get a token producer, any token producer, we're kind of alive, surprisingly. Yeah, opponent draws 3. I think we don't crack in case we draw Hidden Stockpile. We draw land, so play Drown Catacombs. Play the Scarab God. Oh man, if we untap, things go super crazy. Land. Hazoret. Soulscar Mage. Now we gotta chump. Yeah, we gotta chump. Scarab God coming back. Karizev for our opponent. And yeah, now I think we're dead. Well, we won't scoop, but we are dead. So, play Fumigate, play Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. They just got to get back their Earthshaker Kenra. Maybe we should have sacked Evolving Wild, Scarab God, get back Earthshaker. Actually, that was probably the correct line on Crop Crasher. And now we're dead again. Yep. Against this deck, what do we even have? Another Settle the Wreckage. Regal Coracle. Let's go down to Scarab God. Go down I guess one cast out. Try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. We can try this. No black mana, but we can cycle if we need to. And we got Legion's Landing. So play a Plains. Get out our Legion's Landing. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. And Soulscar Mage. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in. 4-1. Down to 19. Sunscorched Desert. Down to 18. Yeah, let's cycle. Glacial Fortress. Ooh, Regal Coracle. Well, play Glacial Fortress. Play Jace. Take up Jace. And opponent's going to hit Jace. Okay. I think we still get in and loot. Get in with the Vampire. So get in for 1. Do some looting. More Jaces. Well, let's discard Stockpile for now, since we can't cast it. Pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. And there's the Crasher. Opponent hits us, kills Jace. Scarab God still can't cast it. Well, I think we're going to burn through another Jace here. Man, 3 mana loot is not great, but I guess making a 2-2 is better than looting. Get in with a Vampire. Play Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. 3 mana Phantasmal Bear. Combo. Earthshaker Kenra. Okay. Opponent. Yep, attacks. Hits us for a bunch. Down to 12. Run out Coracle. Make some Lifelinkers. Get in with our Vampire. And pass the turn. There's a mountain for our opponent. Rampaging Ferocidon. Huh. Sure. That stops our lifelink. Opponent passes. Man, that's so good against us. Play Anointer Priest. Lose a life. Pass the turn. We could draw like a Fumigate, a Cast Out, some way to get rid of this Ferocidon. Opponent abrades the Coracle. And attacks. Well, kill Crasher, kill Earthshaker, and I guess we take 2. Down to 10. Alright, Evolving Wilds, get a Swamp. Scarab God, down to 9. Island, and go. Well, let's see. Untapping with Scarab God can be good. There's Hazoret. Hits themselves. Down to 16. Well, let's get back Earthshaker Kenra. Down to 8. If we can't get rid of this Ferocidon, we're still going to lose. Glacial Fortress to the bottom. Play Concealed Courtyard. And pass the turn. Oh, we got to find a removal spell. So opponent, Bombman Courier, down to 14. And attacks with Hazoret. We will chump. Scry. So we'll keep Fumigate on top. Fumigate. So we get back Scarab God. Pass the turn. We might still be dead. Lightning Strike down to 12. Opponent hits us with Hazoret. Down to 7. And passes. Fatal Push, not super helpful. Well, get back Anointer Priest. Go up to 8, pass the turn. Still dead to a lot of things here. Another land for our opponent. Oh god. Well, that's one of the things that's very good. Lightning Strike hits us for 5. I think we have to draw an untap land to get back Regal Coracle. It's a tap land. I think this means we're just dead. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. All they have to do is throw the... Okay. I guess that works the same way. I guess we should have left black up. I was just considering that we were exactly dead, but apparently not exactly. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Swamp. I mean, now we are still exactly dead. Anointer Priest. No way to make tokens. Man, so close, yet so far. Alright, against the odds time. Seeing if we can make some Jaces. Oh, this hand. In standard. And I think we got a mulligan. Alright, I guess this is sort of better. We'll keep this. Second Anointer Priest, I think, to the bottom. So, Glacial Fortress, go. See what our opponent's up to. Sheffet Dunes. And Duskborn Sky Marcher. Interesting. Well, Conceal Courtyard, run out Hidden Stockpile. Is this vampires? I have not seen a single person play vampires. Opponent, Island. Blue vampires? Oh, this is like some sort of weird favorable wins deck. Opponent gets in for 1 with the flyer. Down to 19. Well, let's just Anointer Priest. Play the tap land, pass the turn. Next turn we can start gaining some life. Glacial Fortress for our opponent. And there's a favorable wins. Okay. Gets in. Makes a servo. So down to 15. Cartouche. This is spicy. Opponent passes. Fumigate. Well, play Legion's Landing. Make a 1-1. Gain a life. Play Legion's Landing. Make a 1-1. Gain a life. And pass the turn. We do need to find lands. Gain a life. We're going to have to fumigate at some point. Another land for our opponent. Trial of Solidarity. Okay. Opponent attacks with everything. Well, I guess we just chump, block, and then sack the servo to scry? Alright, sack servo. Not a land. To the bottom. Yikes. What a start from this crazy deck. Down to 11. Oh, we really want to land here. Alright, there's a land. So sack Anointer Priest. Keep the land on top. Pass the turn. Hopefully this fumigate's good enough. If our opponent has a negate, Cartouche of Knowledge. Is this gonna mean we're dead? Is this just like the jankiest win of all time? Yup. Alright, well, that was a thing that just happened. So I guess we'll scoop it up. Huh. Well, bring in Settle the Wreckage, bring in Fumigate. I guess we can go down a couple cast outs. Scarab God for a negate. Try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. And we'll keep this. I mean, no way to make tokens, but Renegade Map, pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. And Storm Tamer. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Gets in 4-1. Down to 19. And Ether Swooper. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Get an island. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Glacial Fortress for our opponent. Goes attacking. Yep. Hits us for 2. We'll take it. Cartouche. Yeah, I guess we don't care about that. Opponent draws. Well, let's get a Plains with Evolving Wilds. I think we just settle the wreckage. Play the island. Let's just Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. Fumigate's probably just better than giving our opponent a bunch of lands. Legion's Landing for our opponent. Actually gonna get the immediate flip, unfortunately. Plays the land. Another Ether Swooper. Well, I guess our opponent could have Spell Pierce, otherwise they just lose. Oh, this actually flips their land, so they could have Negate. Yup. Makes a 1-1. Flips Legion's Landing. We take 4. Opponent passes. Well, Renegade Map. Grab a Swamp. Play Swamp. And let's just Fumigate. Alright, back up to 19. Board clear. And now I think we're actually in pretty good shape. Opponent passes. Well, let's Legion's Landing. Make 2 tokens. Legion's Landing. 2 more tokens. And I think our Legion's Landing's just better than our opponent's. Yeah, opponent makes a 1-1. Cartouche. Yeah, let's just Fatal Push that. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Well, that went a little better. Jesus, deck. Run it back. Well, we got a Jace this game. Opponent has Storm Tamer. Well, Drown Catacombs. Pass the turn. Shephadunes for our opponent. Gets in. 4-1. Yup. Down to 19. There's the Ether Swooper. Let's Plains. Get down Anointer Priest. And pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 2. Makes a 1-1. Down to 17. Another Storm Tamer. And a Sky Marcher. Well, let's play Legion's Landing. Make a token. Gain some life. Play Glacial Fortress, play Renegade Map, pass the turn. Opponent has Legion's Landing, which they're going to flip to get a land. Good golly. Opponent gets in for 4 in the air. Well, we really need to find a Fumigate. That's the TLDR of this. Flips a Danto, and passes. Well, let's crack Renegade Map, grab a Swamp, see what we draw. Anointed Procession, not super helpful. Play the Swamp, and I guess we just pass. We're not in good shape at all, though. Opponent. Attacks. Does not attack. Attacks. Does not attack. Gets in for 2. Well, I guess we just take it for now. Come on, Fumigate. Fumigate. Down to 12. Another Sky Marcher. Fumigate. Fatal Push. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Opponent, Fatal Push, Sky Marcher. Opponent lets it go. Gets in for 2. We take it again. Down to 10. Opponent passes. We get Legion's Landing. Get in with our Vampire. Opponent blocks. Gain a life. Play Legion's Landing. Gain a life. And pass the turn. Opponent finds a land. Finds their Trial of Solidarity. Opponent attacks, 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 attacks. Well, settle the wreckage. Opponent sacks the Sky Tamer. Block there. So, Fumigate or bust. Still, we only got 4. Oh! Alright, so not bust. Instead, it's Fumigate. Whew! So, Fumigate, sweep the board. Go up to 9. Hope like crazy that we draw a land, I think, for double Jace. Whew, Fumigate off the top was super key. Opponent, Ether Swooper. Yep. And favorable wins. Land? Drowned Catacombs. So play Drowned Catacombs. Play Anointed Procession. I think we actually just pass. And next turn we can get back Anointer Priest, Jace, double Jace tokens. Gain a bunch of life. Okay. Perhaps the jankiest thing I've ever seen happen. But happen it did. Oh, play Cast Out. Get rid of the Ether Swooper, now that it's a bit too late. Play Jace. Oh my god. Oh, the blowouts! Pass the turn. Oh, yeah. But it probably doesn't matter. Get back Anointer Priest. Gain a life. Make it 2-2. Gain some life. We are going to need to draw something. Pass the turn. Kefnet's last word on Anointed Procession is perhaps the most annoying thing I've ever seen happen. Oh my goodness. Oh, the ridiculousness. Gets in for 1 with the Ornithopter. Passes. We draw. Nothing of relevance. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're going to lose. Opponent gets 2 vampires. Plays a land. Yup, sure. Opponent legend rules themselves. Block, block. Yep, down to 5. We draw. Fumigate. Well, I guess we just have to Fumigate. Not that it really saves us. Well, sometimes you get out-janked. And this is one of those days. Up to 12. But there's just no coming back since our opponent has our Anointed Procession. Opponent gets in for 2. Yup. Plays an Ornithopter. We draw. More Evolving Wilds. Well, we will pass the turn. They just win with Sheffet Dunes. Yep. Opponent gets in for 5. They don't sack their Sheffet Dunes. Not that it really matters, because we're dead anyway. We're going to crack all of our lands, because we need to draw something. And we draw another land, and we scoop it up. Well, I don't know what to say about that one. Outjanked is the only word that comes to mind. Alright. Against the odds time. Ugh. The all-white, no land hand. Alright, we'll ship that. Seeing how many Jaces we can make. And we'll keep this. Drowned Catacombs. I think to the bottom, actually. Let's Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Opponent. Island. And passes. Well, Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Huh. Maybe we should have played that differently. Desert of the Mindful. Get an island. Cycle Cast Out. Play the Swamp, and get down Jace. So good. On turn 3. Take it up, pass the turn. Opponent, Irrigated Farmland, and search for Escanta. Oh, Jace value, hopefully. Take up Jace, unless they can cast out this exact turn. Play Renegade Map, play Legion's Landing, play Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. Oh, come on, no cast out. No cast out for the Jace value. Please, no disallow. Search for Escanta. Mills an Opt. Plays an island. Oh, no! Now we lose. We have so many dead cards in our deck now. I'll stop on our upkeep, crack Renegade Map, get a Plains, draw Evolving Wilds, get in with the Vampire. Oh, we were so close. So hit our opponent for 1. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Search for Escanta. Now I think all of our stuff just gets countered. Yeah, opponent leads a land on top. Oh, so close. And passes. More lands. We'll attack for 1. Settle the wreckage, be darned. Play the land, pass the turn. Cycles a sensor. Cycles a sensor. Okay. Search for his Kanta. Leaves it on top. Plays the land they left on top. Alright, opponent passes. We draw more lands in the form of Renegade Map. Get in for 1. Opponent takes it. Play Renegade Map. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. I feel like this is a matchup that will improve after sideboarding. We really needed that Jace to flip for us to have a reasonable shot here. Opponent mills a land. They've had their fill. Alright, there's approach, and we're just going to scoop it up. I don't think there's any sense in even casting our cards and showing our opponent more of our deck. There's no way we're winning that match, and they don't really know what we're doing. They saw the only non-land cards we drew were Jace and 1 Legion's Landing, so they don't really have a very good idea. But bring in Negates, bring in Lost Legacy, bring in 4 Duresses, perhaps the 3rd Scarab God. Go down Fatal Pushes, go down Fumigates, settle the wreckage. Yeah, let's try it like that. We get to play first. And I guess we'll try this. Not especially close to casting Jace, but... So, Conceal Courtyard, run out the Renegade Map, pass the turn, opponent, plays a Plains, and passes Lost Legacy. That's potentially good. So let's play Concealed Courtyard, run out Anointer Priest, pass the turn, opponent, Glacial Fortress, and... Whew! Main phase opt. I have no idea why your opponent would do that, but they are going to pay a super high price. Conceal Courtyard, and we are just going to Lost Legacy on approach for the second sun. Wow. That main phase opt, though. Ooh, opponent. And that's why you don't cast your instance main phase, boys and girls. Exhibit A. Oh boy, opponent. Maybe we should have more Lost Legacies, because man, that is game over against blue-white approach, apparently. Well, he probably loses this match in game 3, but that was pretty sweet. Turn 3 kill. Oh boy. We're going to keep this against my heart of the cards. Drawing an untapped land on turn 1 would be super sweet. That works. Conceal Courtyard, play Renegade Map. Alright, now life is fairly beautiful. Pass the turn. Rivulet for our opponent. Well, let's play Legion's Landing. Raise Elves. Play Evolving Wilds. And pass the turn. Opponent cycles Cast Out. And plays a Plains. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab an island. I don't even think we just want to run out the Jace. Let's get in with our Vampire, hit our opponent, play Concealed Courtyard, and pass the turn. Okay. I guess they disabled our Vampire. Man, flipping Legion's Landing could be sweet in this matchup. Opponent opts. Alright, cycle Cast Out. Duress is not bad. Play Glacial Fortress. Duress our opponent. Opponent's going to counter? Alright, well... I guess we counter back and just go for it. Negate the Disallow. Duress resolves. Negate and Glimmer. Wow, opponent's hand not great. Take Glimmer. We know their hand. 3 cards, 2 of them are lands. Send a message. This actually means we get down Jace next turn. Almost assuredly. Opponent plays Glacial Fortress, which we knew about. Cycle Censor. Alright, 1 unknown. Opponent passes. We draw a Cast Out. So, crack Renegade Map, get an island, play the island, play Jace. Opponent negates. We negate back. Think Jace is worth fighting for. Resolves. Make an illusion. And pass the turn. Oh, we're actually pretty close. Pretty close to good things happening. Cycles Farmland. Plays a land. Passes. Well, take up Jace. Get in with our illusion. We get to loot. Ooh, Legion's Landing. Well, discard Anointer Priest. Play Legion's Landing. Get another token. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Uh-oh. What did our opponent draw? Alright, Supreme Will to do some digging. Yup. Opponent. Passing? Okay. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Get a Plains. Ooh, Negate is great. Take up Jace. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Flip our Legion's Landing. Opponent goes Torrential Gearhulk for Glimmer of Genius. Well, let's Cast Out. Get rid of Torrential Gear Hulk. Not going to negate. Opponent glimmers. Top and bottom. Yep. Hit our opponent. Get to loot. Discard the land. And pass the turn. Leave up our negate. Opponent's just passing? Okay. Opponent passes. Well, take up Jace. Go attacking. Ether Meltdown to kill our illusion. Yep. Hit our opponent for 1. Loot away this Renegade map. I think we still loot away Renegade map. Let's just pass and make a vampire. Opponent glimmers. Yep. More glimmering. 1 on top. Search for Escanta. That is annoying, but okay. Tap land. Make a vampire. Courtyard. So take up Jace. Go attacking. We're almost to double Jace. It's taken a while, but we're almost there. Cast out. Yeah, we're going to negate that. We got to negate that. It gets back Torrential, which is super bad. Hit our opponent. Loot. Discard Jace. And, I mean, we got to just go for it. Scarab God, while our opponent's tapped out. Speed up our clock a bit. Conceal Courtyard, pass the turn. Well, this is it. Either we're closing out this game or we're dying. Something like that is happening pretty much in this next 2 turn cycles. Does not flip search. Oh my goodness. Okay. I thought for sure they'd be flipping. Opponent opts and passes. All right. Cast out's a good draw. Double Jace. If they have disallow, they have disallow. No disallow. Take up Jace. Go attacking. Opponent has Torrential. Targeting Glimmer. Well, let's cast out. Get rid of Torrential. Opponent glimmers. Drops to 3. Leaves 1 on top. We loot for no real value. That was disappointing. We probably misplayed someplace along the way to have to discard that. Although we have needed all of our mana. Alright, here's Search. What do you got, opponent? Can you get yourself out of this scenario? Oh, Lost Legacy's so good. Opponent in the tank. Mills an approach. Plays a land. Ops. Okay. Scries to the bottom. Ops. Scries to the bottom. Do they have a Wrath? Cycles. Oh, this reeks of desperation. Are our Jaces coming through? Glimmers. Oh man, that should do it. That should do it. I think we got there. And our opponent scoops it up. Jaces coming through against approach. Only 2, but 2 was enough. Sweet. Alright, against the odds time. Seeing if we can make some Jaces in standard. And we'll keep this. No Jaces, but we got cards in hand. Deadeye Tracker. Interesting. Have not seen many Deadeye Trackers. Well, that's Concealed Courtyard and a Renegade map. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Gets in for 1. Yes, you got us. And Daring Saboteur. Okay. Well, how do we want to do this? Let's crack Renegade map. Get a island. Play the island. Play Renegade map. Kill the tracker. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 2 with Daring Saboteur. Down to 17. Gets to loot, unfortunately. Discards a land. Drown Catacombs. Passes. Well, let's crack Renegade map. Get a Plains. Play the Plains. Play Hidden Stockpile. Pass the turn. Now at least our opponent's going to have to pay 3 if they want to keep looting. Cycles Fetid Pools. And we do have a Jace and an Anointed Procession. So we're kind of moving towards where we want to be. Fatal Push. Alright. Sack the Servo. Cast out to the bottom. Another land for our opponent. Gets in for 2. Down to 15. I feel like we're still in okay shape, though. I mean, next turn we can Anointed Priest at least, and then get mana for Jace and start gaining life. Discards Vraska's Contempt. Anointer Priest. Alright, counters it. Can't pay. But we get to Evolving Wilds, crack Evolving Wilds, grab a island, and pass the turn. See what our opponent does. Fathom Fleet Captain. Okay. And opponent passes. Well, play Hidden Stockpile. Oh my goodness, all the counters in the West. Yup. Well, Sack Servo. Fumigate. I mean, we gotta keep it. I don't know if we live long enough for it to matter, but we get a Servo. Opponent Gets in with a captain. Makes a pirate. Yep. Down to 13. Stormfleet Aerialist. Well, play a Jace. Make a 2/2. Sack our servo. Alright, keep drawing catacombs. That makes sure that we can fumigate. If our opponent has a counter to go with it, that would be very sad, but if this fumigate resolves, then we can start doing fun things. Fatal push on our illusion. Yup. Alright, that's fine. That's super fine. So opponent gets in. 4/8. Wow. Ignores Jace? Interesting. Well, we're pretty fine with that. Very fine with that. Discards a land. So we untap. Tick up Jace. Get in for the loot action. Discard Scarab God. Play around Catacombs. Fumigate. Pass the turn. Get a 1/1. Alright, now it's Jace's time to shine. Hopefully. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. Opponent cycles. Plays a land. And passes. Well, tick up Jace. Get in with our servo. Hit our opponent. Discard Renegade Map. We don't want our opponent to scoop. Play Anointed Procession. Opponent counters. Sack the servo. I don't think we need another Jace right now. Play the swamp. Pass the turn. Oh man, we're getting close to the combo. Daring Saboteur. Aww. That might be able to ruin our fun. Let's upkeep Scry. Glacial Fortress bottom. Fumigate. Get rid of the Saboteur. Take up Jace. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Oh, we're super close. 2 turns from the quad Jace. We might be doing it. Opponent. Fathom Fleet Captain. Okay. Yeah, we'll crack this, I guess. Grab a plains. Yeah. Untap. Glacial Fortress. So play Glacial Fortress. Play Anointed Procession. Get back Anointer Priest. Gain a bit of life. And we just tick up Jace and play defense. As long as we can chump to keep our Jace alive. Next turn is the turn. Come on. No scooping. No scooping. Opponent passes. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Anointed Procession off the top. Ultimate Jace. What happens? No scoops. Ah! Yes! And then we take down Jace. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the greatest. This has gotta be the greatest thing you can do in Standard. I don't think it gets better than this. Oh, we got there. Oh, Phantasmal Bear again. Up to 71 life. Oh my goodness. Pass the turn. As long as our opponent doesn't draw a sweeper. 8 Jaces. Jace times 8. Oh, opponent. Getting frisky. Alright. Come on, Phantasmal Bears. Yes, that's what we were waiting for. We'll just mercifully attack instead of doing any shenanigans. Attack with the whole flock of bears. Horde of bears? Herd of bears? Prowl of bears? Opponent unsummons. And yeah, I think we got there. I think by a little bit. With our 8 Jaces. Oh, that makes it all worth it. All the losses worthwhile when something like that happens. So what do we learn this week about Jace in Standard? And first off, we actually did win that last match against Pirates. It was a long grind, and we didn't really get any good Jace action in the second or third games. So I figured we'd go out on a high note, but we did end up winning at 2-1, which means overall our record, 5 matches, 3 wins, so 60%, 7-7 as far as game record, which puts us at exactly 50%, 7 wins out of 14 games. So, I mean, average-ish, about average, maybe very slightly above average, but, I mean, a fine record for an against the odds deck. More importantly, we did get our Jace value. The last game was obviously the highlight, but Jace did good things throughout the game. There were times where we just would make a token, sack a token to start the hidden stockpile change, times when we had like 4 Jaces on the battlefield. I think 8 is pretty close to the max, because one thing I learned as we were playing this deck is once we're to the point where we're making 4 Jaces or more, our opponents usually just scoop it up. There's not really much of a point, so I definitely appreciate our last pirate opponent sticking it out to see the carnage of 8 Jaces, each making 4 tokens, gaining us 50-some life. I'm glad our opponent didn't just scoop there and actually played it out for us. It was actually super sweet to see it happen, but more often than not, once we get to the point where we're going to have 4 Jaces on the battlefield, we end up just losing. So is Jace actually good? And I feel like this is a good shell for Jace. I tried the Sky Plunder double up counter thing, and I really struggled with that. It was just a bit underpowered, but this build actually seemed like it was a pretty good way to protect Jace, to keep its loyalty high while we wait to double up. There's enough creature tokens that we're usually able to loot. One of the nice things about the loot trigger is you don't have to choose a specific creature, you just got to get in damage with one creature. So even if our opponent has blockers, we can just kind of throw all of our 1/1s in there, knowing that we can sack one to hidden stockpile that gets blocked and do some scrying, get that loot trigger to keep churning through our deck. So I actually thought Jace was reasonably impressive in this deck. Like, the token part works well with Anointed Procession. When we're getting 2 Phantasmal Bears for 1 -2 activation, it's actually pretty good for 3 mana. If you think about it, 2 2/2s for 3 mana is a fairly good deal, and it obviously can spiral out of control from there. So I think that this is actually a fairly decent shell if the goal is to make a whole bunch of Jaces. So I think that the deck was sweet. It was fun to play. It's cool to see the doubling action. It's sweet to have this token synergy with Planeswalkers. We've talked about doubling season before, but we kind of have that in standard with Anointed Procession. We do have to work on getting the counters on Jace, but I think this is a good way to go about kind of abusing Jace. As far as just playing Jace fairly, it's a bit underpowered. Like I said, I tried the let's play some flyers, do some looting with Jace, try to add some extra counters with Skyship Plunder build, and that one just didn't seem to work. Jace seemed underpowered. We were constantly scraping to try to keep it alive. So I think you really got to have good defenses for Jace, because one of two things happen. You really want to have Jace defended in other ways, because if you play Jace and just immediately negative, he goes all the way down to 1 loyalty, and he makes a Phantasmal Bear, which dies to everything, and then you're so far away from ever ultimating, and the best thing to do with Jace is just make more Jaces. If you get enough Jaces on the battlefield at once, it is going to win the game, but if you tick down, it takes so long to get to the ultimate, so you really want to have Jace defended with Legion Landing tokens, with Anointer Priests, with Hidden Stockpile tokens, things like that, before you play it, so then you can just plus ultimate, make 2 Jaces, 4 Jaces, however many, depending on your Anointed Processions. So I feel like that's where Jace needs to be. I don't actually think Jace is all that good in the aggro deck. You definitely saw a lot of games where we would play Jace, plus it to loot one time, and it would immediately die. And when Jace is doing that, it's not actually very strong, and it's not actually very good. But when it can stick around and spiral out of control, that's where Jace really has a chance to shine, because I think that's the power of Jace. You're really shooting for the ultimate with this one, unlike a lot of Planeswalkers, where the ultimate is kind of secondary, or something you don't even consider when you're evaluating it. I think with Jace, that is the calling card. You're playing Jace to get to the ultimate so you can make more Jaces, because that's when Jace gets powerful, is when you have 4 Jaces, or 8 Jaces, or even just 2 or 3 Jaces. That's when Jace can actually take over the game. So I think that that's an interesting design of a Planeswalker, because it's so different than most Planeswalkers, where you evaluate by the plus and minus, kind of right off the ultimate as something that might happen once in a while. Jace is the exact opposite of that. You're playing for the ultimate, and I feel like this token deck does a pretty good job of getting to the ultimate and maximizes the value of the ultimate thanks to Anointed Procession, doubling and tripling up the Jace token. So anyway, the deck was fun. It was fairly competitive. We got to see lots of Jaces. That's better against the odds deck for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay videos, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.